So guys, morning, it's Monday today, start of a fresh week, hopefully it'll be a big week. Obviously in 3% drawdown, which is what it is, we took 3 losses. I'll be documenting any trades I take this week and let you guys know if I'm in any positions. I want to thank everyone for the support in the last video. You guys went crazy, likes, comments. I got back to most of you. I'm going to address, one of the comments I got quite a bit was talking about my strategy and why I entered where I entered and stuff. So I'm going to sit down and talk to you about that because it's hard for me to get back to everybody talking about my strategy and everything like that. So I'll get a drink and then I'll speak to you guys about that. So guys, I want to address some of the comments on last video. People were saying about why did I enter where I entered, that I was entering wrong. And I appreciate the comments, I appreciate people trying to help. And I mean, there's a lot that we can all learn from each other. I'm not saying I'm a perfect trader, I'm not saying I'm the best trader in the world, I'm progressing. But I have a strategy and an entry model. Now, my entry model might be different to yours. There might be trades that I get stopped out in that you wouldn't take because it's not part of your entry model. And there might be trades that you can't get in because you haven't got an entry and I do, and they go on to make me 3-4%. Everyone can trade similar, but they can also trade a little bit different. People questioning why I entered too high up, or, you know, why am I entering? I enter on the trend continuation. The way I determine a trend continuation is a breakout, a change of structure, which a lot of people would say, or change of character, but a trend change, something that suggests a trend change. And then when it comes back down to an area of value that I deem an area of value that I back tested, and I know from this area of value, I have an edge, I enter my trade. So like I said, I took a couple of losses and people were like, well, I told you you're going to lose there. But there's also so many trades from back testing and even trades that I've missed in the previous episodes where I enter a trade at that same level, the similar level, the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, the 2-minute 50 EMA. I have my stop loss below a certain level that if it gets stopped out, it gets stopped out, but it allows me to have a good risk reward. And I did some back testing at the weekend just to, you know, build confidence in my strategy, because when you have a 3% drawdown, you can, you know, lose confidence. And it was 15.23% in 2 months. So I know I have an edge trading this strategy, and people might say, why are you entering there? Because that's the entry model that I've got, that I've learned, that I got taught from professional traders. And everybody trades differently. And there could, like I said, there could be trades that I take that you wouldn't, and you think you're crazy, why are you trading there? And there could be trades that you take that you get stopped out in that I don't take because it's not part of my model. If we all have an edge in the market, and if we all are able to trade our plans, there's going to be trades that, like I said, I get in that you don't, and there's going to be trades that you get in that I don't. There'll be trades that you can't get in and I make 3-4-5% on. There's going to be trades that you get in that you make 3-4% that I don't get in. But that means the trades that you take that I don't get in, I'm not taking your losses either. And if you're not getting into my trades, you're not taking my losses. So you've got to stick to your plan, and everyone trades differently. There can be similarities in bias, we predict is going to go up or down, but overall I have to stick with my strategy. And if I lose, unless I lose this account in the next couple of weeks, then I'll reflect on it, do some more testing, make sure I change some things. But at the minute, I can't strategy swap and look to change things because that goes against, you know, you're just looking for the next best thing. I know I have the data. I've got to stick with what I know and what has worked previously. But like I said, guys, I do appreciate the support. I truly do. And I appreciate people trying to help. And I'm glad that we have this community where people can comment and try and help, and I can provide value. And yeah, hopefully we have a good week and I'll document any trades I take. Let's smash it, guys. Let's have a good one. So guys, I just wanted to quickly show you some of the back testing I did this weekend on my strategy. Obviously taking a couple of losses. I'm down 3% on the funded account. I wanted to back test it and make sure I got confidence going into this week that what I am doing has an edge and it does work. So I did a bit of back testing on EuroJPY. Obviously you can see some of these trades. And it's just for me to build confidence in my system, you know, my entries. I'll go through some, I'll zoom into some of the trades. It made like 15.23% in a couple of months. So I know, you can sort of see some of the trades here. So I know what my system, you know, I know my system works. I've just got to stick with it. Because there's a few people, you know, saying about why I enter where I enter. And again, it could be, you might not agree with the entry. But like, for example, looking for a breakdown, once we've broken down a retest of the 38.2 and the 2-minute 50. And then once I've got some bearish momentum up here, look to enter short, and I have my target at a set place. And for me personally, this system is what works for me. Some people might say I should get in higher, or there's maybe liquidity up here that you need to take, or we've broken down, now we need to go back up to these levels. And you might not be able to execute this trade. Like, you might not take this trade because you want to wait for price to go back up to the extreme highs, which is fine, but then you can potentially miss out on this 2.19%. Yes, there's a chance that this can stop me out, which it has done in my live funding, obviously, but I'm not going to necessarily avoid these trades because I know that they have the potential to run on like that to make 2.19%. I'll go over some others, and again, this isn't for anything other than just when I did this backtest, and it gives me confidence, you know, that what I am doing works. I don't know if I can go back. Will the data allow me to go back here? Let's see. Let's go back to this one. 2 minute, will it allow me? Yep. Again, breakout of the 2 minute 50, the 38.2, breakdown, retest, bullish momentum, and wait for the continuation. So again, people might be saying, why do I not enter down here? Or there's obviously an element of risk that this could pull back and go down to these lows, but I'm betting on the trend continuation, and I'm betting on the fact that this is the area where the momentum's going to start kicking in. Yeah, it's 1.23%. It's not massive risk reward, but the stop's pretty wide. But you're going to get some that make 1 to 1.23, some that get 1.5, some that get 2%, 3%. It depends on the obviously individual trade. But you know, these are all similar entry models to the 3 trades that I took that lost. So just because they lost doesn't mean that they're bad trades, because there's the potential that it runs on. Like that one was 2.1%, 2 point something. This was 1.23. But some people might be saying, why don't I wait for the market to come back down to these lows and get in at these extreme lows and go up? Yeah, that's probably a good potential trade. But for me, if every time I waited for it to come down to here, there could be trades that I take, but there's also all of these opportunities that I miss. So yeah, I'm going to take losses with this strategy, but you're also going to take losses if you enter at the extreme lows. So I just wanted to go over some of the backtesting I've been doing. Obviously, it gives me confidence because naturally, like I said, after taking a couple of losses, you're going to feel a little bit like not confident, but you want to rebuild your confidence by knowing that your strategy works. And this is my entry criteria. That's how I enter the market. Some people might disagree. Yeah, I'm going to take losses, but you're also going to take losses with your system. Every system loses. So I've just got to stick with what I'm doing. If I fail the account, then I'll look to reassess, maybe look to tweak the strategy or look at what I could improve. But right now, I've just got to stick with what works. Like I said, this made about 15.23% from November the 6th to December the 27th. So I know it works. And I've just got to keep executing. One thing I'm going to do, I think, guys, I know I say I shouldn't change. I'm not changing my strategy one bit, but I think I'm going to scan through more pairs. So I'll scan through, and then I'll find the pullback moves I want to play or the trend continuation moves I want to play. Obviously, that's the list now. And then I can, like, filter through the best opportunities. And I'll see how it works this week. Obviously, there'll be more opportunities, but I've got to be cautious on which ones I execute because there's going to be a lot more opportunities, but I can find the best higher probability setups, the cleaner setups. There's opportunity on EuroGBP. Obviously, we're at these lows. We bounced from these lows from Thursday. We ended up making a move up. Again, we're in a downward trend, so I've got to be careful. But again, looking for this to close bullish. And then what will this mean on this time frame? Looking for, again, we've been going in a downward trend, lower lows, lower highs, breakout, retest, continuation to my target. So I'll let you guys know if we get an entry. So we are pulling back to the area we want to look to get into, so I'm just going to look for some bullish momentum. Again, why am I entering? Lower lows, lower lows, lower highs. We broke out, higher high. Now we're looking to carve this. We're looking to pick the higher low. That's what we're looking for. Looking to look for the higher low for the continuation higher. That's literally it. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if we get an entry. I'm ready on MetaTrader on my phone to execute this trade, as you can see. We're ready, so I'll let you guys know if we enter. So guys, stopped out of that one as well. Negative, well, 4 losses in a row. It's coming up to one of the worst periods I've ever had trading in all the years. The worst I've ever had is 6 losses and we brought it back. 4 losses is not great. It can be a struggle, but this is where you got to dig deep, I guess. Like 4 losses down again. When I have the sequence of winners, it'll be a different story. Obviously, it's frustrating. The more you lose confidence. Although I've done the back testing, although I know this works. I literally back tested it it happens. But I've got to turn it around. I've got to dig deep. This is where you got to dig deep. You know, you're down 4 losses in a row. It isn't great, but I've got to dig deep, look for good opportunities, and keep going. Also, it's times like this where you work out your mental muscle in a way, because you can practice all the strategies, you can backtest like I've done, you can learn from people that have got good results. But ultimately, when you encounter a sequence of losses, which again, whatever strategy you have, it's going to happen. This is the muscle in the mind that needs working out in a way, because you can't teach being in drawdown. You can't teach having 4 losses in a row. That comes from experience. And like I said, when I get out of this drawdown, it will give you so much confidence in the future, knowing that this is as worst trade you can get. The worst thing that can happen in trading is you lose and you have a sequence of losses. So when you know you've come out of it multiple times, when you win, as long as you keep your emotions in check when you win, you've done the hard bit. But you can't teach this. You can read books on psychology, sticking to the process, not the outcome, all this stuff. But until you're in it, it's like a fight, I guess. And it's like a boxing match. You can train and train and train, but until you get punched in the face, it's down to how you react. And it's the same with trading. I've ultimately got to stay cool, calm, composed, execute my plan. That's it. So guys, I think I'm going to revert back to focusing on only 2 pairs. I know I said yesterday I was going to look at a lot more and then scan through the best opportunities for that day. But I think I need to focus on just the 2, because I'll show you on the charts. But pound yesterday, because I wasn't focused on that, because I was focused on a couple of the other pairs, I missed out on 2 clear opportunities. I've just looked at back with a bank 4%, which would have got me back out that drawdown. I have 2 winning trades. So I'll show you that. But I think I just need to focus on the two currency pairs, know exactly what I'm doing, and stick with it. Okay guys, let me show you the trades from yesterday. Again, this is why I need to focus on 1 or 2 pairs, because yesterday I said, as you'll see, that I was going to focus on more pairs, look for the best opportunities for that day. But here, yesterday, if we go back, so this happened at 10 o'clock. So, yep, during London. Let's do the replay. At this point, higher high in an upward trend, bounce off the 50 EMA. Again, bullish engulfing candle, which is what I like to see, because then I'm betting that the momentum is going to continue to the upside in the next coming hours. Again, for the next couple of hours. Scaling to the lower time frames. That's 9 o'clock, so we wouldn't have took it there. Here we go, 10 o'clock. So we would have got an entry around about here. Again, why? Breakout, higher high. Retest, then looking for the continuation. Bit like the setup from yesterday, except I got stopped out on that. And then we end up hitting target for, what was it, why is it not loading? For 2.04%. So that would be half of, that's like, we're down 4%, that would be 2% on that. And then today, obviously, there was a clean pullback move. Perfect opportunity again. Again, the hourly time frame, we're overextended, looking for pullback moves. Again, you would have seen me trade this many times throughout this challenge. We're overextended. Bearish engulfing. Looking for the continuation to the downside. London Open, so this is just before London Open, and we got, I wouldn't have entered here because it's not clean, but we broke down, clear change of structure, breakdown. A lot of people can agree that we've been going up. We then broke down, which was the initial sign, but then we broke down again, breaking this low. So waiting for the pullback into this area, get some bearish momentum, and then continue down for the pullback move. And that's what happened. We come up to this area, we got the bearish momentum. We would have entered here and sold off the targets. That's 1.4%. So that would be 3.45%. So had I not took that trade yesterday, I'd be in profit. Or even if I took that trade and then took those 2 as well, I'd only be down 0.5%. So again, I need to focus on a couple of pairs. I need to focus on, look, this clearly works. Again, I've got the data, but I'm just losing confidence, obviously, because I've took 4 losses. If I was break even, or if I was only down 1%, I'd be taking these trades. But when you're in that rut, and I'm sure a lot of you can understand, when you're in that rut of losing, it's hard. Everything becomes harder. It's like if a football team loses 4 games in a row, everyone anticipates them to lose the game. Oh, we're going to lose again today. Same with trading. Not that you think you're going to lose again today, but you just lack a bit of confidence. You talk yourself out of trades. Like, I didn't take this trade, I didn't take the other one. So I need to focus. I need to get back to these two currency pairs, I'm going to focus on Euro US dollar and Pound US dollar. And I know they're correlated, but I'm going to focus on just primarily the best opportunity for that day, one pair, but I've got the option between both. But yeah, it's frustrating, but again, I'm showing the breakdowns and I'm showing that there's opportunities there. I'm just not seeing them and not executing them, so it's my fault. I need to rectify that. So guys, those trades have already occurred during London, so I'm going to go play tennis. I've got that arranged, and then come back for New York session, see if there's any opportunities. Well, at least the weather's on our side. Yeah, this might not be as fun as I first thought. So guys, just getting out my my new whip. Yeah, see, it's all those profits, isn't it? So guys, it's too wet. We're doing table tennis instead today. New plan. So guys, it's Friday, last day of the week. Haven't took any more trades other than that one trade that I took that loss on. There's not looking to be many opportunities today, but if there are, I'll let you guys know. Looking to hit the gym later, and then I'll review the week and let you guys know how we ended the week, what we learned, and how we're going to progress into next week. So guys, as I was saying, it's Friday now. There's not too many opportunities today. The only thing I'm looking for is if we come up to these highs and get some kind of rejection, then I'll look for a sell-off. We had a bounce from this level, so we're just in no man's land at the minute. I either want to see price get to this level, reject it, and then there could be an opportunity for a quick short. But other than that, it's 12 o'clock nearly. Not too many opportunities, so if we get anything, I'll let you know. But as I said, I'm going to the gym in a bit, so yeah, that's pretty much the plan for today. And if not, if there's no trades, we'll come back next week and yeah, review this weekend and come back next week better. So guys, as you'll see from that trade, I decided to manage my risk pretty aggressively. I decided to move my stop to break even when we were 50% of the way to target because we were playing against the trend. We're playing a pullback move again, so it's more of a risk. We're going against the trend. And also it's 1 o'clock, New York Open, a lot of volatility. So I assumed the volatility was even going to continue, hit my target because it wasn't a massive target, or move my stop to break even, manage my risk, and end the week still with that negative 1%. So it did stop me out for break even. So we end the week negative 1%. So hopefully into next week, focus on high probability setups, focus on a couple of pairs. Like we said, I missed out on 4% on pound. I need to fix that. I need to not allow the losses to dictate my actions. Obviously keep taking high probability trades, not allow the losses to talk. Like when you'll have a few losses, you're going to feel a bit of fear. You're going to feel talk yourself out of trades. That's what I do anyway. So I need to allow next week, be fresh, new week. Hopefully when the sequence of winners come in, we haven't really won a big trade yet. So when a sequence of winners come in, we should be able to make some of that back and get back to break even or even in profit. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if anything else happens throughout the day. But I think that'll be it for the trades this week. So guys, just got back from the gym. Again, no more trades. So this week we were down 1%. A few opportunities that we missed, obviously 4% on that pound, which obviously I need to not be missing, but I need to get back in the game psychologically, like not trading my balance, not thinking of how many losses I have, not looking at the fear of losing, but just executing the high quality trades that I know are there, sticking with 1 or 2 pairs. That's what I'm going to do moving forward into next week. So hopefully it'll be a better week. Hopefully again, when the sequence of winners come in, we can show us getting out of drawdown. But this is trading. You've got to get used to being in drawdown. It's not always going to be a straight line to the target, to your profit target. You've got to go through drawdown, and it's how you handle yourselves in those moments. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if there's any trades for the rest of the evening, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be. It's getting on to about 6 o'clock now, so past my trading hours. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys, and make sure you check out next week's episode. See if we can get out this drawdown. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next video.